Chapter 5, Monsters of the Novice Village. Outside the Novice Village, Pheasant Plain. This is the nightmare of all new players, and also their mandatory path. Don't push. Don't push. I saw this chicken first. Fuck. Who stole my mob? I'm only one express away from leveling up. Who has red potions? Help. I was bitten by a wild rabbit, I'm losing health. Dense crowds squeezed onto the narrow plain like sardines in a can. Thousands of players brandished wooden swords frantically around a few newly spawned level 1 wild chickens and wild rabbits. Above most people's heads, awkward damage numbers floated, -1, -2, miss. Current players have an average attack power of only 3 to 5 points. To kill a 50 HP wild chicken, it takes several people ganging up for half a minute. Amidst this noise and chaos, a black figure silently passed through the crowd, heading straight for the red forbidden zone, deep in the plain. Hey, that girl, don't go further in. A kind warrior player shouted. Ahead is Wild Wolf Valley. That's a monster zone for level 5 and above, going in is just seeking death. A 6-man party went in just now and was sent back to the fountain in 2 seconds. Lin Ji did not stop, nor did she even look back. Her black cloak billowed in the wind, and in the blink of an eye, she disappeared into the entrance of the misty forest. Deep in Wild Wolf Valley. There was none of the external clamor here, only a deathly silence and a nauseating smell of blood. Lin Ji stood on a protruding boulder, looking down at the valley floor from a high vantage point. Hundreds of massive gray wolves were entrenched there, each the size of an adult calf, with bared fangs and ferocious eyes. In the very center of the wolf pack lay a silver-white behemoth as large as a truck. It was surrounded by faint flows of wind element light, exuding immense pressure. Open black lens bracket howling moon wolf king silver grade boss close black lens bracket open black lens bracket level 10 close black lens bracket open black lens bracket HP 20,000 close black lens bracket open black lens bracket skills wind blade wolf pack summon bloodthirsty bite close black lens bracket. This was the current ultimate boss of Novice Village number 9999. In her previous life, this Wolf King had held back the main force of players for a full 3 days. In the end, the 3 major guilds joined forces, assembling 500 elite players to grind it down using human wave tactics. But in Lin Ji's eyes, there was no health bar above its head. Only one large word, open black lens bracket death close black lens bracket. Lin Ji pulled a parchment scroll emitting a terrifying red light from her backpack. Open black lens bracket forbidden curse scroll, Buddha's wrath red lotus close black lens bracket damage, 10 million. She glanced at the Wolf King's HP, 20,000. Then she looked at the scroll in her hand, 10 million. Lin Ji fell into deep thought. 500 times damage overkill. She frowned slightly, muttering to herself with some hesitation, this is like using an atomic bomb to blow up a mosquito. Isn't it a bit unenvironmentally friendly? In terms of cost-effectiveness, this was an extreme waste. A forbidden curse of this level should be saved to blow up the city gates in late-game national wars or to insta-kill level 100 divine beasts. Woo! The Wolf King below seemed to sense the intruder's presence. It suddenly stood up, its pair of crimson beast pupils locking onto Lin Ji on the boulder. With a roar from the Wolf King, hundreds of elite gray wolves in the valley bared their fangs and lowered their bodies at the same time, assuming a pouncing posture. If an ordinary player saw that scene, they would probably have been scared witless. Looking at this, Lin Ji's furrowed brow relaxed. Forget it. I have exactly 10,000 of them anyway. Just consider it, making a bit of noise. Lin Ji no longer hesitated. She gripped the burning scroll between 2 fingers and lightly tore it toward the wolf pack below. Go. No tedious chanting. No long casting time. This is the charm of pay-to-win items, instant cast. The moment the scroll was torn, the air in the originally dark and damp Wild Wolf Valley suddenly froze. All sounds, the wind, the wolf howls, the rustling of leaves, disappeared in this second. Immediately following, a suffocating heatwave appeared out of thin air. The majestic howling moon Wolf King's ferocity instantly turned into extreme terror. Its animal instincts made it sense something, it tucked its tail, let out a whimpering wail, and turned to flee. Too late. Standing on high ground, Lin Ji expressionlessly raised her right hand, palm down, and made a pressing motion. Above her head, the originally gray sky split open. A massive, bewitching crimson flame lotus, over 1,000 meters in diameter, slowly emerged from the void. Every petal was condensed from the purest fire of destruction. The fire lotus rotated slowly. Even just a single stray Mars falling to the ground instantly melted the rock. Open black lens bracket forbidden curse. Buddha's wrath red lotus close black lens bracket open black lens bracket descends, close black lens bracket. The outskirts of the novice village. Tens of thousands of players competing for mob suddenly felt the surrounding light become incredibly blinding. What's going on? Is the sun coming out? No. That's to the north. Holy shit. Look at the sky. What is that thing? Countless people looked up in horror. In the northern sky, where the dark depths of the forest should have been, a brilliant light 10 million times more dazzling than the sun erupted. The light instantly swallowed the trees, the mountain peaks, and everyone's vision. At this moment, the sky lit up. Chapter 6, A Single Forbidden Spell, Earthquake in the Novice Village. Boom. Not an adjective, but a real, ear-shattering roar. The moment that giant Buddha's wrath red lotus touched the ground, there was no so-called explosion process, only pure erasure. The extreme heat instantly vaporized the soil, rocks, and vegetation of Wild Wolf Valley, as well as the hundreds of elite wild wolves that didn't even have time to howl. The howling moon wolf king at the center of the explosion, its massive body like a scroll splashed with strong acid, couldn't even manage a second of struggle before being wiped clean from this world. Following that was a dark red mushroom cloud thousands of meters high, carrying a destructive shockwave that swept in all directions. The entire novice village number 9999 shook as the earth quaked and the mountains trembled. Holy crap. An earthquake. I can't stand straight. What's going on? Is there an earthquake setting in the game? Look over at Wild Wolf Valley. My god, is that a nuclear explosion? Several kilometers away, players who were busy killing rabbits were knocked off balance by the violent shaking of the ground, looking pale as they stared at the terrifying fire cloud to the north. And at the center of the explosion, Lin Ji stood at a high-altitude safety point, though the surrounding rocks had already begun to melt, looking at everything before her with indifference. The originally gloomy and steep Wild Wolf Valley had vanished. Along with it, the small hilltop behind it called Black Wind Ridge had also disappeared. In its place was a massive crater over 5,000 meters in diameter. Golden red magma flowed at the bottom, and the air was thick with the pungent smell of sulfur. This was the power of a forbidden spell. One strike, rewriting the map. At the same time, Lin Ji's vision was overwhelmed by a frantic flood of red data. -10 million. Lethal overflow critical -10 million, -10 million. A series of suffocating damage numbers floated up, each representing the end of a life. Following closely were even more frantic experience notifications. Open black lens bracket killed level 10 silver boss Howling Moon. Wolf King. Experience plus 50,000 over level kill bonus 500% close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket killed level 5 elite gray wolf times 120. Experience plus 120,000, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket congratulations on leveling up. Current level, LV.2 close black lens bracket open black lens bracket congratulations on leveling up. Current level, LV.3 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket congratulations on leveling up. Current level, LV.10 novice village level cap close black lens bracket. One golden light after another lit up on Lin Ji, so fast they merged into a pillar of light. In the blink of an eye, she went from a level 1 novice to max level. Before she could even count her loot, the voice that drove all players in the server crazy echoed across the sky of the God's Domain server. Open black lens bracket server wide announcement, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket server wide announcement, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket server wide announcement, close black lens bracket. The system seemed excited as well, using 3 bolded exclamation marks in a row. Open black lens bracket. Congratulations to Washa War Zone player, Jingmi, for successfully killing the level 10 silver boss, Howling Moon Wolf King. Claiming the server's first blood, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket as the first player in the server to kill a boss. Rewards: gold coins times 1000, reputation times 5000, free attribute points times 20, class specific gold grade equipment chest times 1, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. This glorious feat will be forever etched in the annals of God's domain, close black lens bracket. Silence. A deathly silence. At this moment, hundreds of millions of online players worldwide, whether in Washa, the Lighthouse Nation, the Sakura Nation, or the Europa War Zone, all froze in their tracks. They glanced at the broken wooden sword in their hands with +2 attack power. Then they looked at the "Kill 5 Wild Chickens" quest they had just received. Finally, they looked at the time in the upper right corner. Open black lens bracket. Server uptime: 0 hours 10 minutes and 23 seconds. Close black lens bracket. 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes since the server opened. While everyone was still fighting over a single rabbit, someone had actually killed a boss. And a level 10 silver boss at that. The next second, the Jingmi World channel instantly exploded, the scrolling speed so fast it was dizzying. Open black lens bracket. World channel. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Passerby a Washa. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Mad Blade Washa. Close black lens bracket. Holy crap. Am I seeing this right? A silver boss. Is that something that can be fought at this stage? Open black lens bracket. Truth Emperor. Close black lens bracket. Cheating. Definitely cheating. I was just bitten to death by a level 3 stray dog, and you're telling me someone can kill a level 10 boss. Open black lens bracket. Technical analyst. Close black lens bracket. Impossible. Based on data calculations, players at this stage cannot break a silver boss's defense. Even a 1000-person gang up would only force 1 point of damage. How did this, Jingmi, do it? Open black lens bracket. Sakura Nation Sato. Close black lens bracket. Baka. This is cheating. I want to report this. The Chinese must have used hacks. Suggest a ban. Open black lens bracket. Lighthouse Nation Zeus. Close black lens bracket. Reaching max level and clearing the novice village in just 10 minutes. Where's the GM? Come out and explain. This seriously breaks the game's balance. Open black lens bracket. Spectator. Close black lens bracket. That giant mushroom cloud just now, could it have been caused by this powerhouse? Open black lens bracket. Long Aocean. Close black lens bracket. Who is Jingmi? Which guild? If she's a solo player, I'll spend 100 million to recruit her. Lin Ji closed the noisy world channel. She had no interest in the clamor of mortals. Standing at the edge of the magma pit, her gaze was locked onto the center of the deep crater. Amidst the rolling magma, besides the equipment dropped by the Wolf King, there was something else emitting a strange black light that hadn't been destroyed by the forbidden spell. It was a black token fragment. Lin Ji's eyes narrowed. In her past life, countless large guilds fought tooth and nail for this item. Open black lens bracket. Guild City Creation Token Fragment. Close black lens bracket. Good luck. Lin Ji casually cast open black lens bracket. Levitation. Close black lens bracket on herself. Of course, it was also sublimated from a trash scroll and flew toward the bottom of the pit. Let them make a fuss, the bigger the better. She listened to the system announcements still echoing in her ears, the corners of her mouth curling slightly. This is just the beginning. Chapter 7, Rank 1 on the level leaderboard, Hidden ID. At the bottom of the magma pit, heat waves rolled. Lin Ji floated in midair, the ground beneath her feet had been scorched into glass by the forbidden spell. In the center of this scorched earth, several clumps of dazzling light floated quietly. That was the first kill drop of a silver boss, a fortune enough to drive any guild at this stage crazy. Lin Ji waved her hand, sweeping all the loot into her backpack. Open black lens bracket obtained. 1,200 gold coins. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket obtained. Howling Moon Blade Gold Grade Dagger. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket obtained. Skill Book. Windwalk Rare. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket obtained. Special item, Broken Dynasty Mark City Building Order Fragment 1/5 Close Black Lens Bracket. It really dropped. Lin Ji's gaze fell on that last seemingly unremarkable rusty iron piece. In her past life, everyone thought this was just an ordinary material for synthesizing a guild city building order. It wasn't until the late game that people discovered the synthesis of 5 fragments wasn't an ordinary city building order at all, but open black lens bracket God Kingdom Keystone close black lens bracket. That was the unique item for establishing an earthly god kingdom, possessing independent taxation and laws, and even capable of rivaling the system's main cities. Open black lens bracket system prompt, special item, Broken Dynasty Mark, detected, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket hidden condition triggered. Do you wish to open the unique hidden main quest, Rule Over the World, close black lens bracket? Open. Lin Ji did not hesitate for a moment. Open black lens bracket quest accepted. Rule Over the World Phase 1 close black lens bracket open black lens bracket quest objective. Take the sigil and find the beggar, Old Huang, in a corner of the novice village, close black lens bracket. After dealing with the loot, only then did Lin Ji click on the constantly flashing, level leaderboard icon. The server-wide announcement just now had unlocked the leaderboard function. At this moment, that golden list floating in the upper right corner of every player's vision emitted a despairing aura. Open black lens bracket Washaw War Zone level leaderboard close black lens bracket. Number 1. Open black lens bracket close black lens bracket hidden information LV.10 class, Mage. Number 2. Long Zon Yu Yi, LV.2 class, Warrior. Number 3. Qing Feng Fu Lu, LV.1 class, Archer. Number 4. Knight Emperor, LV.1 class, Mage. Number 5. A gap. A true gap. While the second place was still struggling at level 2, the first place was already at the level capped novice village limit as level 10. This visual impact was more shocking than any words. Especially that 4th ranked, Knight Emperor. Lin Ji looked at this familiar ID, a cold sneer curling at the corner of her lips. That was her ex-boyfriend Zhang Yi's ID. In her past life, relying on Lin Ji's support, he had occupied the top rank for a long time. In this life, he could only rank 4th no matter how hard he tried, like a joke. Open black lens bracket system prompt, you are currently ranked 1st. Do you wish to disclose your ID and equipment information? After disclosure, you will obtain the number 1 in the world title, all attributes plus 5%, close black lens bracket. Many vain players would choose to disclose without hesitation for that 5% attribute boost and fame. But Lin Ji chose open black lens bracket no close black lens bracket. She checked, hide ID, hide equipment glow, and hide specific values. Before having the power to absolutely crush the gods, what she needed was a sense of mystery, not becoming a target for everyone. The fear of the unknown was often more daunting than swords and blades placed in the open. Instantly, the name at the top of the leaderboard turned into a string of mysterious asterisks, appearing aloof and inviolable. After finishing all this, Lin Ji took one last look at this map she had destroyed. In the distance, dense torch and flashlight beams were approaching. Those were the army of players and scouts from major guilds attracted by the commotion of the forbidden spell. Time to go. Lin Ji took out a open black lens bracket town portal scroll close black lens bracket from her backpack bought from the general store. Although it was trash, it worked. Just as the large group rushed to the edge of the crater, staring dumbfounded at that terrifying lava lake, a flash of white light occurred. The culprit who had caused all this had already quietly returned to the noisy crowd of the novice village. Novice village number 9999, Resurrection Square. It was still bustling with people, but the topic had changed from how to kill chickens to who exactly is that mysterious big shot. Lin Ji wore beginner cloth armor without any glow, though its attributes were already heaven-defying, wore a hood, and walked through the crowd low-key. She listened to the discussions around her. That top-ranked big shot must be a beta player. Or the game company's own son. Too terrifying, that mushroom cloud just now, I recorded it and posted it online, the views have already exceeded 100 million. Hey, look at that woman, why is she walking toward the corner of the village? There's only a trash heap and a smelly beggar over there. A few players noticed Lin Ji's movements, but they only took a glance before losing interest. After all, Lin Ji's current appearance looked like an ordinary level 1 little mage. Lin Ji walking through the bustling streets, they went straight to the most secluded corner of the village. It was filled with stinking trash, and flies were buzzing around. A ragged old beggar covered in sores was lying in a pile of straw sunbathing, holding a broken bowl in his hand. All the passing players avoided him, and some even threw stones into his bowl as a prank. But in Lin Ji's eyes, there was no name above the old beggar's head. Only a faint golden light invisible to mortals. That was the afterglow of divinity. Lin Ji stopped her steps, not disdaining the filth on the ground, and slowly crouched in front of the old beggar. She didn't speak, but simply took out that open black lens bracket broken dynasty mark close black lens bracket emitting a scorching aura from her backpack and gently placed it into the broken bowl. Clang! A crisp sound of impact. The old beggar, who was originally dozing, snapped his cloudy eyes open. In that instant, Lin Ji felt as if she saw a dragon that had been sleeping for 10,000 years wake up. The old beggar stared fixedly at the fragment in the bowl, his withered fingers trembling as he picked it up. Then he looked up at Lin Ji, his voice hoarse yet revealing a shuddering majesty. You have returned from that forgotten place. Lin Ji smiled slightly and softly spoke 2 words. Mentor. Chapter 8. Encountering enemies from a past life. Go, young God-blessed one. When you have enough strength, bring it back to me. After the old beggar finished speaking, he closed his eyes once more, as if that heart-palpitating pressure from before was merely an illusion. Lin Ji tucked away the mark from the broken bowl, and a notification for a quest update sounded in her ear. Open black lens bracket quest progress updated. Obtained, Old Huang's recognition, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket next step. Please head to the main city and search for the Lost Dynasty ruins requires level 20 close black lens bracket. Level 20, huh. Lin Ji stood up and patted the dust off her mage robes. For others, reaching level 20 might take half a month, but for her, it was just a matter of a few forbidden spells. She turned and walked out of the dark corner. At this moment, she was playing with the open black lens bracket Howling Moon Blade close black lens bracket that had just dropped. Although she was a mage, this dagger, being a gold tier equipment, emitted an irrepressible, cold golden light. Even though she hadn't equipped it, just holding it in her hand made its brilliant radiance stand out like a searchlight in the night among the players dressed in coarse hemp clothes and carrying rusty iron swords. It seems I should find an opportunity to sell it, or save it for a future assassin subordinate. As Lin Ji was thinking, a noisy argument suddenly broke out ahead. Hey, don't you know that a good dog doesn't block the way? Scram! An arrogant male voice rang out, followed by a passerby in novice gear being pushed to the ground. Lin Ji frowned slightly, she would recognize this voice even if it turned to ash. She looked up and saw a man and a woman standing at the entrance of a narrow alley. The man wore a deluxe pre-order edition outfit and held a longsword shimmering with a faint green light, his face full of insufferable arrogance. The woman wore a form-fitting white priest robe and was pitifully tugging at the man's sleeve, seemingly trying to mediate but actually fanning the flames. ID, Knight Emperor Zhang Yi. ID, Wanwan Ryu Su Wan. It's a small world for enemies. Lin Ji originally wanted to just ignore them and walk past, but the 2 of them saw her first. To be precise, they saw the dazzling golden light in her hand. Holy crap! Gold equipment. Zhang Yi's eyes immediately went straight. At the current stage of the game, even a piece of white tier equipment could sell for hundreds, and green tier gear was in high demand but short supply. A piece of equipment like this, emitting pure golden light, was absolutely a gold tier divine artifact. He instinctively blocked her path, his eyes greedily fixed on the dagger in Lin Ji's hand, before shifting his gaze upward to her face. Although Lin Ji had lowered her appearance by 20% and was wearing a hood, her familiar figure and aura still made Zhang Yi freeze for a moment. Lin Ji. Zhang Yi called out tentatively, and the expression on his face changed from shock to anger, and finally to a certain, as I thought, smugness. Good. I knew it was you. Zhang Yi strode forward with an accusatory air. I was wondering why you suddenly went crazy and sold your house, and even blacklisted me. So you wanted to keep all that money for yourself and live it up in the game. Beside him, Su Wan covered her mouth, putting on a surprised and aggrieved expression. Sister Ji, how could you do this? Yi has been worried sick these past few days. Why didn't you reply to any messages? We're family. Lin Ji stopped and looked coldly at these two buffoons. She didn't say a word, her eyes looking at them as if they were two corpses. Seeing Lin Ji, guiltily, remaining silent, Zhang Yi became even more convinced of his suspicion. Pointing at the open black lens bracket Howling Moonblade close black lens bracket in Lin Ji's hand, he said righteously, you bought this with that 80 million, didn't you? Since you bought top-tier gear, perfect. I'm a warrior. Although this dagger is a short weapon, it's just right for me to use as an offhand weapon. It's useless for a mage like you anyway, so give it to me. As he spoke, he actually reached out directly, intending to take the dagger from Lin Ji's hand, his movements as natural as if he were taking his own property. And another thing, while reaching out, Zhang Yi bossily arranged things. Since you're in the game, I won't settle the previous accounts with you for now. Wan and I just took an elite quest, and the monsters are a bit tough. Since your gear is so good, you can carry us. Lin Ji, you need to understand that while you have some stinking money, in the game, you still have to rely on a man's skills. If you behave, I'll save the Vice Guild leader position for you once the guild is established. That high and mighty, almost charitable tone made Lin Ji's stomach churn. In her past life, she had been brainwashed by this so-called Hua for 10 years. What, your skills aren't good enough, girls should just be support, I'll protect you, and the result. Even after she became the god of mages, in this man's eyes, she was still just a useful tool. Yi is right. Su Wan softly echoed from the side, while her eyes stared enviously at the golden light in Lin Ji's hand. Sister, you know that Yi is someone meant for great things. This weapon can only reach its maximum value in his hands. Stop being so stubborn and just give it to us. So many people are watching, don't make things difficult for Yi. At this time, many players had indeed gathered around to watch the commotion. Wow, is that really gold equipment in that woman's hand? Who's that guy? So arrogant. Does she owe him money? Sounds like a couple's quarrel. Tisk tisk, she's quite pitiful, having to hand over good gear. Listening to the discussions around him, Zhang Yi's vanity was greatly satisfied. He straightened his back, his hand almost touching the dagger's hilt. Give it here. Just as his fingers were about to touch that cold golden edge, Lin Ji finally moved. Instead of handing over the dagger, she gave her wrist an extremely agile flick. Swish. A cold golden flash traced a graceful arc through the air. Zhang Yi felt a blur before his eyes, and his outstretched hand grabbed nothing but air. You. Zhang Yi froze for a moment, then flew into a rage. Lin Ji, what's the meaning of this? Giving you face and you don't want it. Believe it or not, all. Scram. A single cold word spat out from beneath Lin Ji's hood. The voice wasn't loud, yet it carried a bone-chilling killing intent. She looked up, her emotionless eyes staring directly at Zhang Yi as if he were a buzzing fly. What did you say? Zhang Yi's eyes widened in disbelief, as if he had heard something utterly fantastical. The Lin Ji who used to be completely submissive to him, even willing to sell blood to fund his gaming, actually told him to scram. I said. Lin Ji toyed with the gold dagger, the sharp blade dancing on her fingertips and reflecting a bloodthirsty light. While I haven't turned on red name mode yet. Get out of my sight. Right now. Otherwise, I don't mind sending you back to the novice village's spawn point to experience what it's like to. A cruel smile curled at the corner of Lin Ji's mouth. Delete your accounts and start over.